In the 13th century, an army of horsemen from Asia swept across the Middle East, through Russia, and into Europe. This Asian empire stretched almost halfway around the world. It was a time when Europe held Asia in awe. By the mid-19th century, the great sea powers of Europe had humbled Asia, using guns and technology for which Asia had no match. The Pacific had become a European domain. For much of the 20th century, the Pacific has been an American lake, dominated by the greatest military power in world history. Today, Asia has risen once more, not with the power of guns, but with the power of money. From Singapore to Hong Kong to Tokyo, Asian countries have revitalized the Pacific by blending East and West and mixing ancient cultures with new technology. This is the story of the birth of the Pacific century. No city is a greater symbol of the Pacific century than Hong Kong. Here, traders from Shanghai and Canton have built the world's fourth most prosperous economy by forging links across the sea with Europe, America, Australia, and Southeast Asia. But in the midst of this coastal trading metropolis is a shining symbol of another China. This is the Bank of China, mainland China, communist China. Today, the future of 1/4 of mankind teeters precariously between two visions of China. Yet this tension is far older than either communism or Hong Kong. It is a balancing act between the interior and the coast, which China has been doing for centuries. For more than 1,000 years before the birth of Christ, China was one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth. From the ideas of Confucius, China built one of the world's most sophisticated systems of ethics and government. But China's greatness led to arrogance. Many inland rulers came to imagine China as the sole center of civilization, the Middle Kingdom, with no need for commerce with the outside world. The people of China's coast had a very different vision of the world. Long before the age of Columbus, Chinese explorers sailed all the way to India and Africa. China's South Sea coast was dotted with traders, merchants, and pirates. But by the beginning of the 13th century, the insular vision of the rulers in the heartland dominated China. These men saw outsiders as barbarians and the sea as a natural barrier to their entry. But there was one coast that China's rulers could not ignore. It was the inland coast, the sea of grassland called the steppe. The Chinese called this place the land where the killing frosts come early. They said the nomads here were covetous for gain, human-faced with the hearts of wolves.